ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. Thank you so much for the fantastic support that you guys have shown on my previous videos for this season. Today, we are going to be looking at some of the best cheap defenders that is going to help us throughout our FPL season. Now, I'm going to be looking at the 4.5 because I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of FPL managers out there is looking at a 4.5 defender. Now, for the 4 millions, right here, I am going to wait. I think it's best for us to wait a little bit more longer. Let's look at the preseason and let's see if these 4 million price tag defenders actually gets a start. If they do, then they will be the better option, basically. But I can tell you that these players that I'm showing you are pretty much, most of them are guaranteed, and some of them are actually quite exciting to maybe even think about. And you guys know, there's a lot of defenders out there that actually could do well for our teams. So I thought, you know what, let me pick 5 that are around 4.5, and with the 4 millions, let's see how it goes in the preseason. And of course, I have to mention this, that once the fixtures are released, this will all change because we will have some kind of plan in mind for the next, game weeks. So yeah, let's get this going. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you're new, and always drop a like. And if you want to become a member for Fantasy Football Hub, there'll be a link in the description below. Okay, so let's start off with Taylor. Now, I know he is not a player that is exciting, right? I know. And his attacking returns is not there. He's got 1 assist, which is okay. No goals there, but 10 clean sheet. And he is a Burnley defender. We know what Burnley can do. We know that, the way they play, they're very defensive, and you can guarantee on a Burnley defender or even a goalkeeper doing well throughout the season. And Charlie Taylor is going to be on a lot of people's teams because he is 4.5. He's a guaranteed starter, and that is pretty much what you really want. A player that is in a team that is going to have this defensive play style that is going to help them keep more clean sheets. 10 clean sheets is not bad for a 4.5 player. Only 11 is going to be 12, and I'm pretty sure it's going to change. Probably will go up, on the ownership, and only 4.5. And to be honest with you, I can't see Burnley changing their play style anytime soon. But we'll see. I think he is a great option, either playing for you or in your bench. Next up is Brandon Williams. Now, I'm not telling you guys to have this player in your team no matter what, because Manchester United and Manchester City's fixtures in Game Week 1 and Game Week 2 could be postponed. That's not confirmed yet, but we just need to wait and see. And there are a couple of other issues as well that I have to mention. Is sure, if he is fit and ready, then they will be battling out who's going to be playing. And the other little issue is some people might go for 3 Manchester United attackers. Like last season, I had David De Gea and I had 2 other Manchester United players, and I wanted Greenwood, and I couldn't because I couldn't, you can't get over 3 players in your FPL team. So that could be an issue, right? However, just keep an eye out on him because of his price tag of 4.5 Manchester United defender. If he continues to play, his short is out, then I think he'll be nailed on. 1 goal, 1 assist, and 5 clean sheets. Just keep an eye on him, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because if he starts to play, get some returns, I am 100% certain that a lot of FPL managers are going to jump on the bandwagon really quickly. But if you want to go for a guaranteed starter, someone will just chip away and bring some points, Taylor is the one to go for, okay? Next up is Wuko Peters, a player that is signed for Southampton. 4.5, 7.4% owned. I'm pretty sure the more we kind of like get nearer to the deadline, his percentage is going to go up. Only 1 assist though, and only 2 clean sheet points. He didn't play that many minutes last season, but I think he is a good option. I think he will do well this time. And, you know, now that he's signed for Southampton, I think that he will have a great chance to show what he can do. It all depends on the Southampton's fixtures. If they got really good fixtures running up, I think that Wuko Peters is going to be the one to kind of watch out for. So he is definitely on my radar. Next up is Saliba, a player that is 4.5. Now, I'm not saying that he is the best option, and he shouldn't be on this list, to be honest with you guys. But I did want to give you guys my thoughts. So 4.5 player, came back from loan, and Arsenal needs a central defender. And, you know, there's a lot of promising talks about him. He's young, and, you know, there's a lot of talks about him doing really well at Arsenal. So we'll see how that kind of works out. And if it is the case, and there was a 4.5, you know, Arsenal defender, you know, we had Martinez, you know, we got the goalkeeper that was 4.5. A lot of people went for him, and he did really well near the end of the season. He could be a player that could do well as well, depending on the fixtures. But I just wanted to add this player into the team. I will remove him right now, and I'll be talking about another player, which quite a few people are looking into, is Ake. Now, Ake has moved to Manchester City. Now, this is another thing, right? Do we want 3 Manchester City attackers, or do we want to get at least one of their defenders? And as you can see, 5.5, right? But the other problem is that a lot of people's looking at, you can see there's a lot of defenders here. So there's a risk of Ake being rotated. But they spent a lot of money on him. 5.5 is actually really good in the air. Only 2 goals, 2 assists last season, and only 4 clean sheet. But in this Manchester City side, he's going to get more, and he can rank up the bonus points and stuff like that. So we need to be aware of a player like him being in the Manchester City side. Better crosses, you know, Kevin De Bruyne crossing the ball. You know, there's going to be a higher chance for him to basically score a goal and assist. So I have to mention him, even though his price tag is a little bit more expensive, but it's good to kind of look at these things. And the last player that I wanted to mention on this list is Lamptey, player that is 4.5. He's young, he's promising, 4.4% owned. Only 1 assist and 3 clean sheets there. But, you know, if you look at the minutes, he hasn't played as much. And I think this is the season where he's going to shine. And these are the things that we need to look at. We can't just look at the records, right? We've got to look at what they might do for this season. And he could be the one to go with. And there's a lot of talk about him in the FPL community. And there is a reason why that is that talk. Because it's exciting, he's promising, and 4.5 is actually really good. Now, with these 4 million defenders, we just need to wait and see what happens in the preseason. There's a lot of talks about Ferguson playing for Crystal Palace because of the amount of injuries that Crystal Palace has. Quite a few people is looking at Mitchell here that actually played a couple of games for Crystal Palace. Let's add him into this list. Obviously, there is a lot of Leeds players that is around 4 million that could do really well. Let me do the research. Let me create a video just for them. Let's add Douglas here into the team. I've got my eye on all of these 4 million players, like Ben Johnson for West Ham. Let's add them into this list. And the list goes on. There is a lot of players here that actually could do really well for us, because we do need that cheap 4 million player that actually plays. But yeah, let me go and look at Leeds and Fulham and West Brom before I look at their players. that is about it, guys. My next video will be looking at the goalkeepers and the cheap attackers that could do well for us. And then I will go off and do my research on the teams that came from the Championship to the Premier League. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. See you guys next time. See ya.